Hello everyone and welcome. Before we begin, I need to give some shout outs to my latest channel members. They are Chris Custer, Emily Kutromanis, and Dr. Anthony Okenyanya. Thank you for joining and supporting my channel. I hope I pronounced your names correctly. Okay, so today I will be looking at the narcissistic psychopath, as there is a sort of unspoken dilemma that happens when dealing with narcissists. I have tried to explain in my own way the difference between a narcissist and a psychopath, as it has been proven that many psychopaths are narcissistic. So for some people, although they can spot all the signs of the run-of-the-mill narcissist, they realize that everything doesn't fit. And in some cases, it can be because they are dealing with the narcissistic psychopath who behaves very much like your usual narcissist. There are some people who are actually convinced that all narcissists are psychopaths, but I do not agree, as I personally think that all psychopaths are narcissists, but not all narcissists are psychopaths. The problem we have is that the psychopath operates very much like the covert narcissist, as they are very good at blending in and appearing cohesive. Therefore, many psychopaths are able to stay out of jail and function quite well in society in some very prestigious positions. And it's because they have mastered appearing normal, empathetic, and whatever have you. For them, the challenge is not getting caught in the evil they get up to, and it's a challenge that they relish. The narcissistic psychopath has no fear, whereas narcissists are driven by fear of exposure, fear of shame, and so forth. The narcissist is also obsessed with protecting their image and are cowards who get other people, flying monkeys to be exact, to fight their battles for them. Narcissists care a lot about what others think about them. Their reputation and image means the world to them, thus the endless lies and deceit to protect their false image in order to avoid exposure and shame. The narcissistic psychopath, on the other hand, has no fear of shame, exposure, or care what others think. What drives the narcissistic psychopath is the contempt they hold for people in general. They are disgusted as they think that everyone else, including the regular narcissists, are weak and inferior. They don't just think they are better. They know that they know they are better. They are extremely egocentrical. Their deception of getting people to believe they are something they are not is just to stroke their ego as further proof that they are of a higher intelligence than those around them. It is not because they are afraid of being exposed or anything like that, as they simply do not care about that. For them, it's a show of intellectual superiority. To put it simply, the narcissist is proud of their false image, but ashamed of who they really are, whereas the narcissistic psychopath is proud of their false image, and they are also proud of who they really are. When it comes to emotions, the narcissistic psychopath does not just lack empathy. They do not get weighed down by most of the negative emotions that the run-of-the-mill narcissists are filled with continuously, such as anger, envy, hatred, and the like. That is simply not the case for the narcissistic psychopath. They do get angry, etc., but the emotion is quick and fierce. It can all happen very quickly, where they can lash out quick and hard, but then calm down just as quickly. Whereas for the regular narcissist, they hold on to that anger a lot longer, thus the ongoing silent treatments, etc. But also, there are things that will work on the narcissist that will not work on the narcissistic psychopath. The first thing is gray rocking. Gray rocking is the withholding of emotions and being boring and generally uninterested. We know the regular narcissists use our emotions to manipulate us. So by not giving anything away, it gives them nothing to work with, which frustrates them, and more likely than not, they move on. You have to supply some sort of engagement or entertainment to keep them around, as that is how they get their narcissistic supply. After all, they are like little children, aren't they? Whereas grey rocking a psychopath will not have the same effect. It will not bother them, but it may very well intrigue them. It would provide them with a challenge to use their intellect to get more from you. Narcissists read your emotions, whereas I read somewhere that the psychopath looks more at your body language. The next thing is ignoring them, which can include blocking them, not talking to them, etc. Ignoring the narcissistic psychopath will not frustrate them or upset them. Neither would going no contact, but if they do want to find you, they will. They have no problem investing time and energy tracking someone down by themselves. Psychopaths do not need flying monkeys. They may use them, but they do not need them, as they are happy to work alone. Narcissistic supply for the narcissistic psychopath comes in everything, in every way possible. If you ignore them, they get supply. If you go no contact, they get supply. Everything intrigues them. They are not easily insulted, as they are not as insecure. Criticizing them, challenging them, questioning them, everything is supply for them. Basically, what would turn off a narcissist will actually turn on a narcissistic psychopath. They relish and take pleasure in every response, and this includes being told no. This is another major difference between the regular narcissist and the narcissistic psychopath, because narcissists are very insecure and easily offended. Just about anyone can inflict a narcissistic injury without even really trying. Okay, so how can we deal with the narcissistic psychopath? Dealing with the psychopath, there are only really two things you can do. Even though it will not faze them, it is for your own benefit, and they are avoiding them, where you just don't deal with them. Secondly, get away. Silently run away where they don't know where you are. No contact, zero contact. When it comes to working with a narcissistic psychopath, like all narcissists, they are very competitive and ruthless in the workplace. So to deal with that is to not present yourself as competition in any way. Companies are filled with these types of people, and they all have their eyes on the top positions. So if you are openly ambitious and confident, they will aim to take you down. The best thing is to work quietly and keep work relationships simple. But whether it's the run-of-the-mill narcissist or the narcissistic psychopath, both of them are bad news, where at the end of the day, the best you can do is reduce interaction and still go no contact where possible. As always, I hope this was clear and I hope you found it beneficial. Please be sure to leave me a comment below.